What up, party people? I am Erika. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to do a better late than never wrap up of Love During Lockup. I'm doing the Dough Dash video challenge. So I'm getting caught up on all my shows because I'm going to be dropping a video every day. And this is a video number 1. Party people, let's get into it. Let's go.
I want a happy ending. Tired of pretending. Won't let them get the best of me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Give me a break. The game is survival. Give me a break and sing my arrival.
All right, guys. Welcome. This is going to be a quick recap rant because honestly, the finale, I felt like, what are we doing here? Why are we even like messing with these couples? I don't even know anymore. So, let's do this. Let's just, because it kind of just sort of let us know where everybody was. And I don't know. I think so many people, I think there was, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Okay. So for the first couple, we're talking MJ and Willie. Um, for what he's still in prison, right? We find out at the end that he's gonna eventually go to a halfway house. They're still engaged. She says, she hasn't talked to her ex, but basically, we all know that, she probably gonna hook up with her ex again, right? So, but Willie is hanging in there at least to still get money on his books. So, okay, go ahead, Willie. All right. So that's pretty much all that is going on with them. They were kind of, I don't know, a snooze fest for me, really. Okay. Let's move on to Crystal and Sam. Okay, so Crystal got so mad because Sam, after working like 35,000 hours, did not come down on the day that she was eligible for parole, although she still ain't got no more parole. They're still married. And he's still taking care of her grandma, as we see here. So yeah, and then I think he found out that Brittany is there, like someone she used to mess with, and yeah, I think Crystal is, as Sam put it, is probably gay for the gay. She's not just gay for the stay, but she needs her Netflix. So you do what you got to do. So she's still kind of keeping Sam in check. He's still working like 60 hours to bankroll her and her grandmother and and everyone else. So, what can we say to him except for, this right here?
You big dummy.
Yes, Sam, you're a dummy, but hey, uh it must be hard out there for a pimp. So they're still together. I mean, he's married to her, so he would actually have to divorce her, which I cannot really see Sam necessarily doing. But, hey, okay. Go ahead, Crystal. Get it. Get it. Get it, girl. All right. So let's move on to our next couple. Okay. So this is Bradley and Savannah. Okay, so if we don't recall, Savannah trying to get Bradley to get a tattoo of her. She's trying to get Bradley to pay for her. Is it her booty cheeks? I forgot her BBL or something. Surgery, $20,000, and he only got $1,000 to his name. It's a lot going on. Oh, this one. Well, it's not just one, but there we go. She anyway, so they, for whatever reason, Bradley is her drug dealer. So he's in there for drugs. He got her hooked on drugs or whatever. I don't know if he got her hooked, but he sold her drugs from when when she was in prison. So she's the one who she's still her mom, she was her mother and her grandmother, and she is trying to she's trying to make it. So I don't know where they're gonna live once he gets out, but they're gonna make it into the next season of Love After Lockup because he's getting out at the end of this episode, or we see him getting out, and so we're gonna hear their story in Love After Lockup. So hopefully, he won't get her back on drugs. That's really all we have on them. So yeah, I mean, that's why it kind of took me a while to do this video because I just was like, it's only a couple couples that I even really care about. But let's keep on going through. All right. So next up we have Jakeema and Donny. So Jakeema comes clean to her dad finally and was like, no, he's not in the Navy. He's in prison. But her dad was really cool. And he asked her father, Donny asked her father for Jakeema's hand in marriage. And, her father is very nice and supportive and everything. And so basically, Jakeema and Donny are engaged. Now, can you be engaged without a ring or whatever? I'm guessing so. I'm not engaged, so I don't know, but maybe you can. So, anyway, so he asked her hand in marriage. Now she says yes. Um, Now at the time of this episode, when this was aired or when this was going on, uh Jakeema, it said after 6 months, she was still waiting to get back on his visitation list. So since this, Jakeema has come on Instagram and kind of gone off on the fans and said everything is for the show. It wasn't really him, it was somebody else on his cell block that committed the crimes. He didn't really do anything, yada yada yada. Um, just I don't know. I think maybe the deal is she has to be in Ohio for him to keep sending her checks? Like, is that the situation? Tell us more. Again, it's it's like, if if you have somebody you ain't even got to go visit and they still pay your bills, then if you like it, Jakeema, I love it. So she's still in Ohio. She says now on Instagram that she is back on the visitation list, although at the time of filming the show, she was not, but she got a little heated because people were kind of going off, on social media and oh, it's just taping for the show, blah blah blah. And so she tried to make it seem like he put in himself to move to a different prison. And so I'm like, well, why would he have you move across the country and then move to a prison where you're going to have to drive 3 hours to go visit him? Like, why would he do that on purpose? But that's what she's saying. And okay, girl, if you say it, it's got to be true, right? Let me know what you all think in the comments. I kind of feel like, girl, just take your butt back to Dallas. And then when he gets out, it's 20 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's a lot to put your kids through for someone that is still not gonna be out for 2 more years, and, like, are you really how often are you driving 3 hours each way? That's a lot. Um, but hey, girl, uh, we wish you blessings and light here on this channel, so good luck, good luck, good luck. Alright, let's move on. Okay, here we go. So the only 2 couples that were, like, actually to me at all interesting in this episode were Tia and Rob, and let me get their pictures, their overlay up, and the threesome. Okay. So, Okay, so as we all know, Rob gets out, and even when he was still in, he told her he wanted strippers and stuff, and he was gonna stay with a girl. Like, it's been confusion for this couple the whole time. So he gets out, they do like a quickie before his family comes to visit, which I understand. Like, if you've been locked up for 10 years, then of course your family is going to really want to see you. So that part is understandable. But poor Tia, she ain't had none in like 2 years or whatever since she started dating him. So she's like horny and dare I say, I need a thirsty. What's the sound of thirstiness? I'm gonna look for that and I'll have that for you in the next video. But yes, the sound of thirsty, that's what Tia seems to kind of be. And but I do like the fact that she wasn't quick to say, okay, he can move in because she has a young, like I'm always leery of people moving, you know, ex-felons in with their children. Like, everybody deserves a second chance, okay, with you, but why put your minor child at risk? So I really respected her and how she was kind of like, okay, well, let me see where our relationship is before I move this man that I don't really know in with my child. So that being said, uh so he's like, okay, well, now that you bought me all my outfits and I look good, I want to go, stunt for my friends, or whatever, style and profile, whatever people do these days. He wants to go to New York and Harlem to see all his people and be cute. She wants to get it in again before it's time for them to go the next day. And because he doesn't wanna stay and he wants to go hang out with his friends, she basically breaks up with him. So, I felt like, was it the editing? Am I missing something? Like, huh? You're breaking up with him just because he won't give you some on the day that you want him to give you some? So, that gave me either bad editing or produced or acting. Like, what is we doing here? So, they end up breaking up, and we see at the end that, you know, he gets with an ex and, like, moves to Miami. So I'm just like, okay, like, his parole, easy breezy. He's moving all the way to Florida from New York. So okay, cool. So, but what's happening? The update with this couple is they were on Instagram and he came on her live, and she's like, "Oh, I think," at the end she's like, "He's still after me, but I don't want him." And she's feeling played because he's with his ex girl, and he basically gets on the live and is like, "Look, um we were just doing it for the show. We were so I don't even think, I think it was all a lie, okay, between Tia and Rob, because it never quite, he was like, "Well, I'm honest with her, but then steadily lying." Then I was like, is the sister cousin setting her up? Like, they are hooking her up into this situation and they know he's getting ready to go, like, live with a different girl from the get-go, from the day one. From the begin, to quote Auntie's advice, from the begin, I felt like it was something wrong with them. So, based on their IG live and their back and forth or whatever, he's trying to stay on the show probably for a check because I think he's doing like party promotions and stuff. So, shout out to him. Get your money, get your money. But she basically actually, I guess, wants a relationship, and he's like, his response to me from that IG live, and I'll go over it in another video if people even care, because I'm not sure that we do. But his response was kind of like, we were basically like, we're pretending to be together for the show. That's pretty much what he was saying. And I personally feel like that's what they've been doing this whole season. And you all got that first check on us, but no more checks. No more checks. I'm over you guys. But let me know what you guys think in the comments if you all are still even considering this show. All right, moving on. Let's see. Okay. So let's get on to the threesome, Kate, Kaleigh, and Hunter. So before we get to this is Kate here with like some random side guy that she's trying to use to make Hunter jealous, which he does get jealous, um, but it's like, who cares? Uh, you know what I'm saying? You pimped him out already. Sorry, you guys. Let me move back to the so I don't have so you all can see me. Okay, so yeah. So before we get to that, let's talk with Kaleigh because Kaleigh, I was rooting for you, girl. I was rooting for you. So Kaleigh, Hunter tells Kaleigh this story about how, he's getting back with his ex or whatever. And sorry, let me get a little kombucha here. And so, she's devastated, like, "What? I've been there for you." You know, basically, "I've been coming to the prison, jacking you off, and I'm sending you money. Like, how could you not choose me?" Which I kind of agree. I thought he was gonna choose her too because I was like, "You already know Kate pimped you out. Kate's not gonna give you no dollars." I don't know. I don't remember what does Kate do? Just I don't know. I'm not sure what Kate does, but I know that whatever she's doing, she didn't want to send him no money. So that's how we got into this. So so she's devastated that it's over. So the the get back or the part that gets crazy is Hunter is like, "Yeah, I had to tell her something. It's over. It's time to be over. It's done. It's just easier to tell her that I got back with an ex than to tell her that I've been in a relationship the whole time and I was just using you for money." Okay. Okay, Hunter. I see what you're saying with that. So, come to find out, at the very end of the episode, Kaleigh is watching the trailers and she finds out, yeah, like this was all a setup by his original girlfriend. She just wanted him to get these sugar mamas and Kaleigh, you're a sugar mama. And she's devastated because even though he quote unquote broke up with her, um, she was still getting back with him and sending him money. So, so she's devastated, she's upset. Then we see that's when we go to see, let me go back a couple. Kate is mad at Hunter. So she has margaritas at the pool with this guy, and she's like, "Oh, I haven't hooked up with him yet. This is just to let him know I'm still in charge, whatever." So I'm just like, Kate, girl, in charge of what? Girl, you're a pimp. You told him to get out there and get that money. And so that's what he did. So why are you mad now? You know what I'm saying? So Kaleigh, we see Kaleigh in this episode, "I'm beautiful, I'm whatever," she buries the ring. I'm like, "Girl, you buried the ring that you paid for? Like, why wouldn't you just pawn it?" I'm confused. I hope she went back and dug it back up because why would you just, I mean, ugh, and who wants to put their dildo in the dirt, like that whole thing, I guess that was for us. Come to find out, Hunter says at the very end, even after this episode, after he found out, after he wouldn't take her call or he hangs up or whatever in her face. After that, after all of this humiliation, after she stood there and buried the dildo in the dirt in the desert, um, she's still calling him and giving him money. I don't know if it's to this day because I tried to see if there was an update on them, but after the show, she was still doing it. And he was like, "Well, I didn't exactly tell Kate, but hey, she feels like if the women are stupid enough to do it." And yeah, girl, what can I say? Again, here's another one.
You big dummy.
Yes, Kate, Kaleigh, I'm sorry. Why? Why, Kaleigh? Why? Girl, we were all rooting for you. Um, yeah, so we'll see. I'll see if there's any updates out there on Kaleigh. Hopefully, Kaleigh, girl, you're beautiful. You got a good job. You got a good heart. Girl, you could do better. You could do better. You could do much better. So, all right, you guys, that's it. If you're still here, then thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let's be in it to win it. So again, this is video 1, but I'll be here all month. All right, you guys, ciao for now. Be true, be you, be great.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No